Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah. Humbug.
Christmas? A humbug, Uncle? You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry?
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Is this the chance and hope you mentioned, Jacob?
It is.
Then I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot shun the path I tread.
Welcome to the second night of our special Christmas programming. Tonight's sponsors are the Hollies, the Slayman family, Jinsu Kim, and Michael Krusiger. We will begin episode 2 of A Christmas Carol in a few moments. But before we travel to Christmas past, we will first explore the world of tomorrow with the magnificent volcano women of Zendar. Tonight's episode, The Mysterious Planet of Evil.
Captain's Log, Space Year 2243. Our spacecraft has crash-landed on a strange alien world that seems to resemble Southern California in every respect. The only crew members to survive are Dr. Brenda Champion.
Are you recording? Hi, Mom!
Not now, baby. I'm doing an official Captain's Log. As I was saying, the only crew members to survive are Dr. Brenda and myself. Oh, and one civilian. We picked him up on that last planet, the one that had been overtaken by evil robots. We actually went to college together. His name is...
My name is Professor Nightmare.
Yeah.
I wonder where we are.
The volcano planet of Zendar.
Why do they call it that?
Look over there.
Oh, wow, that's a big volcano.
Yes, well, it's a good idea to stay away from volcanoes.
Not this time. I think we will have to journey into that volcano and discover a highly advanced civilization there. One with the technology to fix your spacecraft.
How'd you figure that out?
Just a hunch.
Have you seen a doctor about that hunch?
You're a doctor.
I am a doctor of space science. Lance, why is your shirt ripped?
I did it myself. It's really warm out here. Besides, I've got to get ready to fight some volcano people.
Fool! The volcano people of Zendar died out space years ago. Now their ancient machines lay silent, waiting to be awakened by a man of genius and daring. A man who will thrust this hand into the molten corpse of their dead civilization and pull forth the fiery secret heart of their evil technology. A heart still beating with power! Power that I will use to conquer the universe!
Lance, what is he saying?
I don't know. The metaphors got a little confusing. But I think that he might have sabotaged the ship.
I knew someone couldn't accidentally drop a hammer on the engine that many times.
Professor Nightmare, I think that you're insane.
Ah!
Dr. Champion, what is it?
I saw a footprint. Something invisible is creeping up behind us.
Those are our footprints. Nothing has lived on this planet since the ancestors of the pharaohs of Egypt first crawled up out of the Nile to build their first sand pyramid with their prehistoric hand fins.
Ah!
What now?
I just just wanted him to shut up.
Silence, fools!
Who are you?
I am the magnificent volcano woman of Zendar.
I'll say.
Lance, are you flirting with her?
I'm just making first contact. Hi, I'm Captain Guywright. This is Professor Nightmare, my former friend and current archenemy. And this is Dr. Champion.
We're engaged.
We are not engaged.
Well, that's not what you said when we thought that asteroid monster was going to eat us.
Single men are burned alive on Zendar.
Brenda and I are married.
And I too am married. Married to science and evil.
Bigamists are burned alive on Zendar.
Then I'm just married to evil. I sort of see science on the side. Now, enough chit-chat.
What's that in your hand, Dr. Nightmare? A laser?
Yes, and it's aimed straight at your left head. I'm here for the Omega device. Give it to me or I'll... That was a warning shot!
I think your weapon is getting hot.
It's burning! Your mental powers have made my laser red hot!
It is getting hotter out here. Should I take my whole shirt off?
No.
And now, you must come with me to the magnificent city of the volcano, where women you will fight hand to hand, combat in the arena.
No! I will fight you with my incredible mental powers!
What are they doing? They seem to be staring at each other very hard.
Quick, back to the ship.
But it's broken.
I used my space science to fix it before we left. I just wanted to get Professor Nightmare off the ship before I told you. His goatee, black gloves, made me suspect him from the start.
Dr. Champion, I love you.
I know. We'll return to A Christmas Carol in a moment. But first, it's time for a coffee break with Nescafe. Today's story, Grounds for Divorce.
Wrong, Betty?
It's Tom.
He what? Was he shot on the job? Killed in the line of duty? A postman's job can be very dangerous.
No, he's fine. It's just, I'm so embarrassed. You see, this morning we were running late. Jimmy was home with a temperature, and I was just about to start boiling Tom's coffee, and he said that it was okay. He could just get coffee at his office.
Are you worried his secretary is making coffee for him?
No, he doesn't have a secretary. He doesn't even have an office. He's a mailman. He just doesn't like my coffee.
That's funny. When the two of you were over at our house for dinner, he asked me for a second cup.
I know. He really admires your coffee a lot.
Betty, can I tell you something as a woman?
I guess.
It's okay to admit that you can't make good coffee for your man. There's no shame in getting a little help. Dawn and I used to have problems with our coffee too.
You and Dawn? But I thought...
I know. Our marriage seems so perfect, but it wasn't always that way. I used to set Dawn's coffee to boil for a good 20 minutes, but I could tell he was never really happy. That's when I discovered Nescafe. It's a new kind of instant coffee. Freeze-dried, packed with flavor, and no messy cleanup. It's sure to satisfy.
Is that what Tom drank the other night?
Yes. You see, it wasn't me he was admiring. It was just my Nescafe.
We'll return to A Christmas Carol in a moment. But first, Nescafe. Every cup is rich and smooth. How do you like your cup? And now back to A Christmas Carol. When we last left off, Scrooge had been visited by the ghost of Jacob Marley, who foretold that Scrooge would be haunted by 3 spirits.
It was past 2 when I went to bed. An icicle must have gotten in the works. It isn't possible that I can have slept through a whole day and far into another night. It isn't possible that anything has happened to the sun, and this is 12 at noon. So was it a dream or not? I will wait until 1 o'clock, until the hour is past, then I will go back to bed. 1/4 past. 1/2 past. 1/4 to it. The hour itself and nothing else.
Ebenezer,
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
What calls you here?
Your welfare.
Much obliged, but perhaps a night of unbroken rest would do more conducive to that end.
Your reclamation, then. Take heed, rise, and walk with me.
Out the window? We are on the 2nd story. I am mortal and liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of my hand upon your heart, and you shall be upheld in more ways than this.
Where are we? It was night just a moment ago, and now...
A cold, clear morning in a place far from the city, Ebenezer. Fresh snow, the sound of children just out of school. Is it familiar to you, Ebenezer?
Good heavens! I was bred in this place! I was a boy here! I could walk this place blindfolded.
Strange to have forgotten it for so many years.
I know these children.
These are but shadows of the things that have been. They have no consciousness of us.
It's impossible. There's the old church, and there's the mill, but it burned down years ago. And there's the library. I can't believe it.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Merry Christmas, everyone!
No more school for a fortnight!
Race you!
And over there, the schoolhouse. Deserted, I suppose, on this day.
The school is not quite deserted. A solitary child, abandoned by his friends, is left there still.
I know it.
Shall we join him?
This place is just as I remember it. Chilly, bare. Too much getting up early by candlelight. Not too much to eat. Row after row of plain desks. A dreary place to be a boy. And there I am.
A lonely boy reading by a feeble fire. What is the matter, Ebenezer? Something on your cheek, perhaps?
Nothing. Nothing. There were children singing Christmas carols at my door last night. I should like to have given them something. That's all.
Is she familiar to you?
It can't be. She was my sister.
Dear brother, I have come to bring you home, dear brother, to bring you home, home, home.
Home, little Van?
Yes, home for good and all, home forever and ever. Father is so much kinder than he used to be. That's home like heaven.
Are those bruises on your arm?
Oh, they are nothing, Ebenezer. Listen, Father spoke so gently to me one dear night when I was going to bed that I was not afraid to ask him once more if you might come home. And he said yes, you should, and sent me in a coach to bring you. And you're to be a man, and are never to come back here. But first, we're to be together all the Christmas long, and have the merriest time in all the world.
Oh, you are quite a woman, little Van.
Oh, Ebenezer, come on, you're wasting time.
Always a delicate creature, whom her breath might have withered, but she had a large heart.
So she had. You're right, I will not deny it, Spirit, God forbid.
She died a woman, and had, as I think, children.
One child. My nephew, Fred.
Ah, yes. Shall we see another Christmas? In another place?
Although they had but that moment left the school behind them, they were now in the busy thoroughfares of a city. Here, too, it was Christmas time, but it was evening, and the streets were lighted up.
Let us stop at this warehouse. Do you know it?
Know it? I apprenticed here! Why, it's old Fezziwig! Bless his heart, it's Fezziwig alive again!
Yo ho there, Dick Wilkins, Ebenezer, look lively, lads. What?
Dick Wilkins, to be sure!
Yo ho, my boys, no more work tonight. Christmas Eve, Dick, Christmas, Ebenezer. Let's have the shutters up before a man can say, Jack Robinson. Now, clear us some space for dancing. Faster, lad, faster. Throw some more wood on the fire. Now, isn't this a bright as ballroom as you'll see on a winter's night? Bring in the fiddler. Our guests are arriving, I see. May I have your attention, please? It is good to see you all here tonight to share this time of the year. We have cake.
What?
And beer.
What?
And cold roast.
What?
A place for dancing.
What?
In short, all we need. What?
I remember this all! You see the cook there? She came with her brother's friend, the milkman. And the milkman there is the baker's cousin who came with the housemaid, who Mr. Fezziwig hired for his wife after she had the twins, and... How could I have forgotten all of this?
What of that girl? The shy one by the door. She's very pretty.
Which one? Oh. Belle. Dear Belle,
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my family, the Honorable Mrs. Fezziwig.
Oh, Mr. F., these folks know me.
Not as you are tonight, my dear. The great Lady of Tim's, Embankment Warehouse 14.
He's a caution one, this one.
And the three lovely Miss Fezziwigs. They are available for dances, but I warn you, they will break your hearts. Now, let's have some music.
Mrs. Fezziwig, I'll just be leaving now.
What? Why? The party's just starting, Dick.
Yes, ma'am, but I couldn't afford to bring the pudding I promised. And I'm new here, Mrs. Fezziwig. I'd best be off.
Dick Wilkins, there are too many ladies and too few men. I have 3 daughters who need dance partners. They're very pretty girls. Do you find them to be very pretty girls?
Very pretty, Mrs. Fezziwig.
And do you want to ruin their Christmas Eve by making them sit out dances?
No, Mrs. Fezziwig.
So, you will do what you can to make sure that that does not happen.
Yes, Mrs. Fezziwig.
Good. You'll earn your keep by dancing with all of them.
Yes, Mrs. Fezziwig.
Ooh, me first. No, me. No, me.
But first, get some cold roast. You'll need your strength.
Hello? I hope I'm not intruding. I saw you across the room. I'm Ebenezer, Scrooge.
I'm Belle, Doris Fezziwig's friend.
Mr. Fezziwig is a very great man. He's teaching me the accounting business.
Will you be the next captain of industry, Mr. Scrooge?
I'd settle for being captain of my own home. And please, it's Ebenezer.
Well then, Ebenezer, weren't you going to ask me a question?
I was?
Yes, sir. We are at a Christmas dance, and you have walked across the room to speak to me.
Ah, would you care to dance?
If you insist, Ebenezer.
When the clock struck 11, this domestic ball broke up. Mrs. Fezziwig shook hands with each person individually as he or she went out, wishing him or her a Merry Christmas.
A small matter to make these silly folks so full of gratitude.
Small?
Why is it not? He has spent but a few pounds of your mortal money, 3 or 4 perhaps. Is that so much that he deserves this praise?
It isn't that, Spirit. He has the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service light or burdensome, a pleasure or a toil. His power lies in words and looks, in things so slight and insignificant that it makes it as impossible to add and count them up. But the happiness he gives is quite as great as if to cost a fortune.
What is the matter?
Nothing particular.
Something, I think.
No. I should like to be able to say a word or two to my clerk just now. That's all.
My time grows short. Quick, let us see another Christmas.
Scrooge and the Spirit found themselves still at the Fezziwigs, but some time had passed, a year, perhaps 2.
Belle, we are fond of each other. Very fond. No, that's not right. One is fond of a dog. I do not mean to compare you to a dog. I mean to say, I love you.
I love you too.
No.
No, I don't love you?
No, that is not what I meant to say.
You don't love me then?
Of course I love you. I just...
Dear sweet Ebenezer, I shouldn't tease you. Is there a question you wish to ask me?
Yes. Belle, will you... That is to say, would you like to... I mean, I have heard that sometimes people engage in a contract called marriage, but only when they want to.
Yes. Yes, now calm yourself. Now, what shall be our date?
We must wait a bit. I think that I can set up a firm of my own. There's an older man, Mr. Marley. He has capital and is looking for a partner.
Ebenezer, we do not need money to wait for your business to thrive before we marry. I can help you.
No. I will not take you from your home until I can be sure that you will not live in poverty.
If we are together...
No, Belle. I have seen what poverty can do to a family. I saw what it did to my father. It made him cruel. It made my sister weak.
It made you frightened. Oh, Ebenezer, you must trust in yourself, in us.
I do, Belle. I do. I just need a little time. Just to make things secure.
More years have passed. Here you are again, a man in the prime of life. Older, greedier, more restless.
Belle, you can't be serious. We are to be married.
No, Ebenezer. I can't share your love with another.
What do you mean? There is no one else.
No one, but something. A golden idol has replaced me. Money, greed.
This is the even-handed dealing of the world. There is nothing on which it is so hard as poverty, and there is nothing which it professes to condemn with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. All your other hopes have merged into the hope of being beyond the chance of the world hurting you. I have seen your noble aspirations fall off one by one. Now only one passion drives you. Gain. Wealth.
What then? Even if I have grown so much wiser, what then? I am not changed towards you, am I?
You are changed. When you proposed, you were another man.
I was a boy.
Yes, I know you were. A boy who loved me as I loved you. Ebenezer, we were one in heart. And now we are two. Our contract is an old one. And I release you from it.
Have I ever sought release?
In words, no, never.
In what then?
In a changed nature, in an altered spirit, in everything that made my love of any worth or value in your sight. If you had not proposed all those nights ago, would you seek me now?
You think not?
I would gladly think otherwise if I could. Heaven knows. But if you were free today, tomorrow, yesterday, can I believe that you would choose a poor girl to be your wife? You who measure everything by gain. I have no dowry, no connections, no rich relations. I would be a very bad investment.
That is unworthy of you, Belle, and me. I would honor our agreement no matter what. You don't understand.
Ebenezer, I do understand. And I release you with a full heart for the love of him you once were. You may have some pain in this. I almost hope you do. But after a very, very brief time, I will be nothing but a dream. An unprofitable dream. And you will be glad that you awoke. May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Say
something, Ebenezer. Ask me something.
I don't know what you mean.
May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Spirit, show me no more. Conduct me home. Why do you delight to torture me?
I told you these were shadows of the things that have been, that they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Remove me. Leave me. Take me back. Haunt me no longer.
Scrooge was conscious of being exhausted and overcome by an irresistible drowsiness. And further, of being in his own bedroom, he fell back and into a heavy sleep.
You have been listening to A Christmas Carol, Episode 2, starring Will Lovin as Scrooge and Eva de la Llave as Belle. Samantha Mamrick played Little Fan, Zane Holly was Dick Wilkins, Kason Corwin and Valentina Jara were Mr. and Mrs. Fezziwig. Heather Brown played the Ghost of Christmas Past. Join us tomorrow for Episode 3, and good night.